enough.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the Rep My Black Show. I'm your girl KeyIce, and we got my co-host.
Grandmaster Bass Monstar, what's going on, Key? How you
Not
been?
too much. Ooh, it's a long story. I'm not gonna talk about me today, but how you been though?
Pretty good, getting ready for
Yeah,
Easter, you know what I'm saying? It's right around the corner, Sunday.
definitely is. Yeah, a lot of
We got a pretty special show today, am I right or what?
yes, we definitely have a special show today. We have some special guests on, and we will announce them here shortly.
No
I
doubt.
know we do start with the happy birthdays. So we definitely have some people that we want to send some
Whose
birthday
birthday
shout
is
outs to.
Do we got families in the birthdays today?
Oh yeah, we have we have a lot. I felt like half my family had a birthday, honestly. But
Hey,
yeah.
everybody in your house was born under the same star.
But we're gonna backtrack a little bit because Will Hustle actually he was a guest on our show some weeks ago around South by for the South by Southwest special edition, and he had a birthday on April 1st. So happy birthday
Hey,
to
happy
Will
birthday.
Hustle. Yeah. And then D1, he recently had a birthday. His birthday was the same day as mine, April 10th. Shout out to him. Happy birthday.
Hey,
Sexy Red had a birthday April 15th. I forget that she's a Aries.
get it
But yeah,
sexy.
right? We'll talk about her a little bit too later. Because she did have a new release recently. And then Jacquees, he had a birthday April 15th as well. Spook Doc, he's a producer. Um, out of Atlanta. He's a good friend of mine. He had a birthday as well. Happy birthday
Yeah.
to Spook.
Happy birthday.
And then, yeah, we had some friends. My friend Elisa, my friend Caprina, my cousin Tyra. Happy heavenly birthday to my uncle Zach.
No doubt. Rest in
Um,
power.
happy birthday to my cousin Fred, my cousin Dez. His birthday's today, actually. But yeah, we had a lot of birthdays,
Thank
y'all.
God. Jeez. Everybody birthday this month. We just have a huge party for everybody.
Yeah. And I'm sorry I had to speed through the birthdays, y'all, but well, it is going to be we have a lot to talk about today, and we have some special guests on.
Man,
So,
everything happened this weekend.
right, that's what I'm talking about. But you know how we normally like to do just basically reflect back on Freestyle Fridays and
Who won
like
this week?
there's remember it's no competition
Yeah, that's right.
anymore.
No
It's just we're
competition.
just doing artist showcase on
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Freestyle Fridays.
well,
But
who's having a showcase?
the one last week was so good. I wanted to play it again if y'all don't mind. But it's Airly. Airly, she had a really hot freestyle because she knows how to sing and rap. And so I definitely want to feature her again. So let's go ahead and check out her freestyle.
Acting like you come again, baby. If you didn't know, I make you come again, 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 again. Back to back, go get that track. Tell me how you feel when you feel really whack. I know that I ain't like that. I ain't really like your favorite girl's current, cause I got so many flows. I keep it on the low. I know that everything you gotta understand that you psycho. You wanna fuck with me? Let me in your place. Ain't never seen my face. Ain't never heard of me. What if I'm gonna rob you, baby? Let's be a little bit more empathetic. Cause I think what you're doing is just a little pathetic. Cause baby, I'm your alien superstar. I got you driving cars, I got you going far. Go ahead and spit these bars. I'm your alien superstar. I'm your alien superstar. Yeah, let's talk about the problems. Go ahead and get and solve them. 1 + 1 + 2 + 3 + 4. I know I got it all. I got these all.
That was sick, man.
Right?
That was
Yeah.
mad bars, bro.
I
That was
love that hook
beautiful.
the alien superstar hook she got. I was like, okay, I like that. It's
Yeah.
like, who's thinking of that? Like and that was like, mind you, she submitted two that week.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
she did a third one live on the show just off the top. Like she's just hot right now.
yeah.
So major shout out to Airly. But yeah, without further ado, y'all, we do have some special guests on today.
Drum
Um,
roll,
right.
please.
I'm really we actually have a drum roll sound. Let's play drum roll.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Go.
but yeah, I am very honored to introduce these lovely artists. These like they're so man, they're the bomb. I love all their music,
Talented.
and they're from San Antonio, Texas. We're gonna get to speak to them here in a moment, but definitely I would like to introduce y'all to KBS Records artists Tyni Toon, Lady120, and Brandon May, all of KBS Records. So let's go ahead and
Yes,
bring them all, y'all.
yes. Welcome
Hey,
around.
hey, hey, what's happening?
How y'all doing?
Hey
What's
y'all.
good?
Welcome, welcome,
Welcome,
welcome to
welcome,
the Rep
y'all.
My Block show.
Thank you, thank
It's
you.
Appreciate
such an
you.
honor.
Having us.
It's such an honor to have all of you guys on. Um, y'all don't know, like I love all of y'all music. Like, I just first of all, I would just want to give you props because I like the fact that you're so versatile. Like KBS Records has some of everything. Like y'all have singing, rapping, everything. If you can, first of all, tell me how KBS Records came about. First of all,
KBS Records came about shortly after I left Stackhouse Records. I'm sure you remember when I was with Stackhouse.
yeah.
And I wanted to start my own label, so I went ahead and did that. And just over time, Brandon, he was doing his own thing as well. And then we kind of merged together on a business venture, what I'm saying, to partner up and do this KBS Records thing. And then also Lady120, um, she came about with KBS as well. And, we just started taking off from there, doing our thing.
Wow, that's amazing. I noticed that in addition to KBS Records, you also have photography company as well. Can you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about the photography company and like is that directly linked to the record label or is it kind of separate?
It's kind of both, but it is a part of KBS Records as well. Island Shots. I mostly get booked for artists, but I have done other things such as birthday parties. I've done a wedding before, so I'm just trying to expand on that as well. But mostly, I get booked for artists at shows. But it is a part of KBS Records for sure.
Okay, all right. So, um, first of all, because one thing with the Rep My Block show, and I kind of spilled it already, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm supposed to ask y'all, like, what city do you rep? What block do you rep?
Well, I rep San Antonio
That's
all
what's
day.
up. Right, that's what's up. It,
I'm actually from Bama, y'all. I'm from Alabama.
oh, okay.
Yeah. But I have been here like majority, like over 10 plus years now. So I most definitely rep San Antonio, but I still rep Bama too.
Oh yeah, you have
So,
to. Yeah.
that's my home. So, but I love Texas. So, I'm repping the block. I'm repping Saytown.
Okay, that's what's up. And Brandon
Yeah, I'm from the tone. I'm from
from the
210.
town. Okay, from San Antonio. Okay, that's what's up. Well, being from San Antonio and just being in the climate of like the music industry here, we always hear the talk of people talking about they want to put San Antonio on the map. And so I wanted to find out what your opinion is about just that whole talk. Like, do you feel like San Antonio has already been put on the map like long ago from some of the legends in the city? Or, what's your take on that?
I really think it's about one. I think it's about perspective, because people have different perspectives on what they mean when they say putting us on the map. So some people think that it involves somebody blowing up mainstream and just San Antonio, San Antonio, San Antonio. Some people think otherwise, just getting a bigger buzz. as far as San Antonio being on the map, that's kind of it's kind of difficult to explain. I mean, it can happen. I don't think that we solidified our spot in Texas just yet. You know, just the outlook on things, how people view the other surrounding cities. But we are definitely on the way. You know, it's a little harder down here. You know, those who have been here and been grinding through all these years know that it's difficult to try and get past. You know, that San Antonio, you know, doesn't. Some people think San Antonio doesn't have what it takes like the other cities, but we do. We're one of the most versatile cities in the state. It's just that we get overlooked a lot because we haven't been established as soon as the other ones were. So
yeah, and you know that's just Texas, period. You know, I feel like San Antonio's on a level that we've never been at before. You know, but Texas, period. I mean, when you think about Texas, I mean, what we got Beyonce and Travis Scott.
And Meg.
You know, Meg and Meg, yeah. You know, but in general, yeah. So, I mean, we're on our way.
Big X, you know, you got a few. I feel like.
Well, yeah, but even Big X, like those aren't really like household names like Cole and Kendrick and Jay.
Oh, big names.
You know what I'm saying? So we on our way though.
I feel like San Antonio already on the map. Me personally, it's a lot of artists down here. A lot of artists, different artists. So me personally, I would say we're already on the map. We're just not as big as the other cities.
I agree with that actually too, because and I think it also depends on what map people are looking at, because I've noticed that the differences in who's saying what. I noticed that some people tend to feel like it's never going to be on the map until they're out there, you know? Yeah. And so I do appreciate your responses on that, because you're being fair about everything and not just, you know, looking within. But as far as Tyni, going back to you, when you first left Stackhouse Records in particular, you know, wanted to go ahead and venture out and start KBS Records, what was the primary reason you would say was behind that? Just wanting to, you know, be more independent, or?
Well, after I left Stackhouse Records, you know, I was still going to pursue music, and I didn't want to get with another like label down here or another group, so to speak. I didn't want to jump into that because Stackhouse, they were like, we were so close. It was like a big family, you know. And kind of somewhat losing that, it didn't make me want to jump into doing that again. You know, we're still close. I'm still close with everybody from there. We're all still good. We all still communicate with each other. But yeah, it made me just want to, like, you know what, let me just try and do my own thing and see where I can take it.
Okay, so it was more of like a creative process type thing, like creatively, you wanted to try your own thing, not necessarily. I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah. That's understandable for sure. And as far as, because I know you've had some really cool collaborations that I wanted to ask you about. What has been your favorite collaboration so far that you've done?
My favorite collaboration?
Yeah.
I got a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
I would probably have to say, oh man, I never thought about that.
Oh.
My favorite collaboration. Gosh, I got a lot of them. I would probably say the cipher that we did, Tetrad, with me, Brandon May, Lil Yoda, and Diversity. I think that cipher was like majorly slept on.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
It has to be definitely one of my favorites.
All right. And as far as the artist that's been the most easy, they can't name a KBS Records artist, but the artist that's been the most easiest to work with so far, who would you say that is?
I would say Lil Yoda.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. And why?
I've been knowing Yoda since I would say I was like 17 when I first started getting out there. He was out there as well. We've been cool ever since. He's always had good energy. Never any bad energy from him, you know what I'm saying? We mesh well on the track. We have similar ideas and goals. And so I would say you would be the easiest He's has been one of the easiest to work with for sure.
Shout out.
Okay. He's real cool. That's what's
Besides
up. Okay.
people on the label.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. All right. As far as what y'all have coming up label wise, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit about it. I most definitely, everybody over here kind of do their own thing. So of course everybody got new music coming, dropping soon. I just dropped my latest single, "Be With You," on all platforms as well. But a bunch of collaborations, coming together. Of course, Tyni about to come out with his album finally. So I would just say like a bunch of new music coming soon for sure. A video. I'm about to actually drop a video finally because I don't have a video out there. So I'm excited about that as well. But yeah, a lot of new music.
Okay. And which video are you dropping which song are you dropping a video for? Sorry.
I don't know yet. I'm so undecided. Like one of my best songs is "Spoil Me," of course, and I know.
Yes.
But I kind of got a real big visual for that one, so I'm undecided right now, honestly. But I know a video is coming soon.
Okay, that's what's up. What about you, Brandon?
Yeah, just trying to put together a social media run, get on different things, and I had a little setback. I lost a lot of my music on a hard drive, so I'm barely catching up back with music.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm dropping a lot of music again because I'm in the studio recording and I got some stuff. So
yeah, you got that fire coming for sure.
That's what's up. Okay. Well, I think this is a good time to go ahead and break for the video. Tyni, can you first tell us a little bit about this particular video that we're going to be playing today?
Oh, for Slide.
Introducing.
All right. Well, yeah, Slide is with that song I wanted to give like somewhat of more of a Texas feel because most of my music is as others see is not Texas like or something like that. So with this one, especially the way the beat made me feel, I want to give more of a Texas hood type of feel to it. Shot it right in the neighborhood where I grew up at. Yeah. So I really like the track,
Okay.
Fire.
I think that's a good intro. All right, let's go ahead and check out Tyni Toon's Slide video.
Yeah. Tyni Toon. Aye. Riding with a stick just in case I gotta slide. That's just how it go, my nigga. I came from the rise. Fiends at the stove trying to see what we supply. Got it out the trenches, nigga. That's how we survive. Riding with a stick just in case I gotta slide. That's just how it go, my nigga. I came from the rise. Fiends at the stove trying to see what we supply. Got it out the trenches, nigga. That's how we survive. Pocket full of money, pants, crease with no designer. Trapping at the store, that's how I met my baby mama. Back in 2012, I was pitching at Madonna. Went to trade school at the same time, trying to get commas. These niggas say that they with you until you come up, then they see you as competition. You show me that you a bitch and your jealous intentions is something that's not forgiven. I don't know who raised you niggas up, but the shit y'all be pulling to make you in opposition. Not finna talking no politician, we gon' run up in your spot without permission. Keep an attitude, cause nigga, I've been through a lot. Grew up kinda fast, I had to man up, get a spot. If it wasn't for them elbows, I wouldn't have made it out. Time is money, that's why I put product on my clock. Better have it on you, it's a war up in these streets. I keep Nina close cause she gon' bust that smile of free. Stayed on Prairie Summer, used to post up on the creek. Shout out that boy Howdy, shout out Chucky the OG. All I did was hustle, niggas show me my respect. If I owed you, then I paid you, I ain't walking around in debt. Niggas owe they partner, but no IG tryna flex. A third party by the name of Karma gon' collect. 10th grade flipping, had to get it, I was at it. Copped the Delta 88 back when I used to trap off Ackerman. Got a little older now, I'm working to provide. Everybody scheming, niggas put to pull that fire, that's why I'm riding with a stick, just in case I gotta slide. That's just how it go, my nigga, I came from the rise. Fiends at the stove, trying to see what we supply. Got it out the trenches, nigga, that's how we survive. Riding with a stick, just in case I gotta slide. That's just how it go, my nigga, I came from the rise. Fiends at the stove, trying to see what we supply. Got it out the trenches, nigga, that's how we survive.
Man, that's hot. I love it.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, that was major.
Slide. Right? Grandmastar Bass Monstar, what'd you think of that video?
Oh man, that was
song?
incredible, bro. Incredible production, incredible lyrics. The bars was on point. I love that shot with the in the corner mark from the mirror.
Yeah.
That return shot of y'all. That was awesome. It's just some great editing there too, man. Y'all really put that well put together. You said it was trying to get that. I really felt like I was in the hood of Texas, just chilling at the gas station with the homies and we spitting bars, you know.
Yeah. Shout out to that boy Kenny with the shots on the video. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Kenny with the shots. I loved it. I loved it a lot. I think that is definitely a song that could be a hit single, especially in like just Texas area period, but outside of Texas, I think it gravitates to some of everybody. Like, because it has the catchy hook there, and like the beat is like boom, you know, I can hear basing through the neighborhood type thing. You know what I'm saying? I love, that's a tight song, like that a lot.
You go hard.
Appreciate it.
Yes, and speaking of Slide, I know that like because you say you have an album coming up. Do you plan to have that song on your album?
Yes, it will be on the album.
Okay, cool. Do you have a name for the album yet?
The album's gonna be called KeyIce.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. You listen to it, you'll figure out why. It's a mixture of things. It's like it's gonna be like real serious almost. It's serious, but it's like more insightful more of a step inside my mind and all that.
Okay. I mean, you said chaos. I'm already thinking because I know you do that fast rap too. So I'm like, chaos. Like, are you gonna have some Spanish rap songs in there too?
Not in this one.
Oh no. Oh, okay. All right. Just trying to get a picture of how this may be. Okay. How many tracks you looking at?
How many tracks?
Yeah.
21 total, including the intro.
Oh, okay.
About 20 tracks. Yeah, I've been holding out for a little minute. Time to get it out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right. Okay. Well, I do want to also, because we're talking about music right now, and another thing that's been trending, like going into trending topic, the R&B FOMA Texas. The Texas Open Verse Challenge has been trending big, majorly. And I wanted to get to it. I know you did a challenge yourself. I did want to ask you about what made you decide to do the challenge, and is it an official challenge or was it more like just for fun type challenge?
Well, I seen the challenge going around. I seen a lot of the other entries, and I was like, I got to get on that. I like the song. He's been creating R&B FOMA has been creating a great wave around the city. And I wanted to participate in it as well because it's like when you see somebody from the city doing their thing, elevating, you got to be there and help support in the ways that you can. And I felt like I can showcase my skill to the people as well as support what he has going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me decide to go ahead and do it. I think it has an opportunity for talent to be shown as well as support.
Most definitely. I'm glad you said that because I feel like it is really important, especially as independent artists, when you see another artist, kind of trending in the city, to definitely, support that artist. Because I've seen different viewpoints, some like, no, I'm in my own lane type thing, but then some like, yeah, let's support. So I think that's really good that you took that standpoint for it. And it's also, great promotions for yourself because people, at least for me, I was I went through a time when I was just like, I was just going like looking for all of them. I was like, oh, let me watch this one. Let me watch this one. You know, like, like, and writing the names down and the artists I like. Like, okay, this one, you know. So I think a lot of artists are getting a lot of additional spotlight on their names, and yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of good feedback, a lot of good like a lot of followers, views, things like that. So it was great to have that happen.
That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah, that's a really balanced way to look at it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Grandmaster Bass Monstar, I wanted to ask, because, and I'm gonna lead into something else after this, but did you get a chance to check out some of the other ones?
Did I get a chance to check out what?
The open verse
The
challenge?
other open.
The other challenges? Yeah, I've seen a lot
Yeah.
of them.
No, not
Okay.
yet.
A lot of them.
Okay. All right. Because we got yours here. And do you mind if we play it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and play it.
Okay.
Hey, bitch, I'm from Texas. We throwing bows on the big bad shit. Swinging the slip like defenders were heavy. We pass shit on sight,
yeah. Hey, bitch, I'm from Texas. Gold nuggets, gold grill, match with the necklace. Sick with the flow like it's packed with asbestos. Passing that bag, get your pack and accept it. Hey, did this off the muscle, like pushing some weight off. You can get fired, ain't talking about a layoff. These niggas claiming they getting that cash, but that's in the stash. Remind me of Adolf. We the ones they copying everybody some drink now. Give them versatility, they don't know what to think now. Check out my discography, and I promise you what you stumbled upon is gonna be some of the illest shit that you ain't found. Down in San Antonio, we got a little more seasoning. And I can tell you right now, ain't no vegans. If Black and Brown stick together, we gon' keep achieving. You wonder why I say already, nigga, the reason is bitch, I'm from Texas.
Everybody ran that bitch, keep a whip. Everybody ran that bitch.
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, whoa. Yes. That's I think that's what was needed. Like a little bit of, you know, you're going with the beat and they go brr, 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 like, yeah, I like that a lot.
Throw it in there every now and then.
Yeah. When you rap fast, like, do you be I'm trying to think how that even works. Do you like think ahead of time and do it, or is it like as you're doing it?
I focus on the syllables.
Oh, syllables. Okay.
Yeah, I just focus on the syllables. I see it all as a pattern, so I just put words to it to match the pattern that I'm looking for, and I just put it all together.
Okay, that's an interesting way to think about it. Syllables. Okay.
Definitely, the syllables is what matters the most when chopping on the beat. It's the syllables that does it, because you can rap fast and it'll sound slurred if you're not emphasizing on the syllables. If you emphasize on the syllables, it'll sound like you doing this, and that's what people are captivated by.
I got it. Okay. And I want to ask, real quick, Lady120 or 120. I'm sorry, I think I've been saying it wrong because I see the 120 and I say 120. Is it?
It's the same thing. 120.
Oh, okay.
20.
Okay.
Number 1 second to 9.
Okay. I did want to ask you, because you say you're from Alabama, and so for you, like being in Texas now, what's the major difference between the artists and, you know, like, or the music scene period from Alabama and San Antonio or Texas period?
It is a big difference. Here is more to me a lot of music. You got R&B, hip hop, rap, hood music, and you know, back home I'm mostly listening to trap music, like trap. I like my trap music, of course, but like it's more here, more versatile, different type of music, people jumping on it different type of ways, of course, and I'm intrigued to that. But one thing that is different that stand out, because Alabama's so small, the support is there. Like, you know, everybody in the city gonna be messing with that artist that's there. And in Texas, because we're so big down here and it's so many artists, I think we do lack on the support a lot down here because it's so many. And, you know, everybody in their own lane, everybody doing their own thing. But that's one thing I do see that lack, because, you know, in the smaller cities or whatever, I mean, everybody be supporting their people. The radios, the clubs, the you name it, like everybody's playing it. And down here, that's like kind of hard to get played on the radio and such. You
Oh
gotta
wow.
know somebody to know somebody.
Man, that's a true. Yeah, that's a big difference right there, especially, because you said even the radio places. Yeah. I mean, and
Yeah.
what do you think the reason like what's your perspective or opinion on what the reason is for like why they don't play more independent artists on the radio here?
I would say because so you down here it's so competitive. If you do something for one person, you most definitely got to do it for everybody. Everybody might not be as good to be played on the radio. I mean, you do got the college radio down here that most definitely do play their local artist music. I do appreciate Cheryl Middleton for that. Shout out to them. However, like the main stations like 98.5, they don't pay their local artists down here. And then at home, they do. It's like everybody know everybody down there. So I guess because we're so big down here, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, true. Okay. And as far as because again, it's Rep My Blood, because I know you repping kind of both. So who's your favorite Alabama artist?
Dobie, he dead though.
Okay.
Dobie.
Okay, R.E.P.
I feel like he most definitely brought our city together, like for supporting wise, actually trying to put the city on. Like when he even signed with Hustle Gang, he brought him back to Bama. Like it's just like real family oriented, like support wise with the music down there. So I would most definitely say Dobie. I like a lot of artists down there, but Dobie would be my favorite.
Okay. That's what's up.
Ever heard of Dobie?
I had, but I'm trying to, because as you were talking, I'm trying to think of a song, but I did hear, yes.
He got that Let Me Find Out song you probably heard of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me find out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's what's up. And Brandon, I wanted to ask you, because I noticed in particular, you had a name change, or is it a name change? Because is it that well, actually, can you tell people about what your other name is, and then tell me if it's a name change or not? Because I was checking music and I was like, wait a minute, I see two different names for you.
Yeah. Like for the first 10 years of my career, I was going by Future Relic. So like Future Relic, like a relic. And but I just wanted to be more personable. So I just started going by my government.
Okay, that's simple, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if certain tracks were being. I mean, are you still releasing any of the tracks still under Future Relic? Do you plan on doing that? Oh no. Okay.
Everything's gonna be under Brandon KBS from now on.
Oh, okay, Brandon KBS. Okay. All right, that's what's up. Okay. And as far as your favorite artists, like just in the San Antonio area, who would you say besides KBS artists? Who are your top three?
Oh man, trying to put me out there. Let's see, top three artists in San Antonio. Now this is just my favorite, right? This is not like who I think are the hottest, or this is just
right, just your favorite. Yeah.
Lil Yoda, Vision, and Lil Yoda, Vision, and number three. Who's number three? Let me see. Who am I gonna put there? Probably I'll make it a tie with anybody on AAG.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say anybody? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
so
being fair. Okay.
Number three is Diversity, E-Twist, or Stilo Jordan.
Okay. All of them good. Yeah. Everybody you name, no complaints here. Yeah, everybody's good. That's what's
fire. Versatile.
Yeah.
They could do anything, so.
Okay. That's what's up. Tyni, I do want to go back to you real quick because I know that you just dropped a single for kids that are preparing for the STAR test called Rock the Star. Can you tell us a little bit about how that track came about? Because I think that's really cool.
Well, shout out to DJ Baby Blue Diamond, Mazella. She works at a school. She's a teacher, so she's had me do a STAR test song before. She's asked me to do it, but she's asked me again this year. if I could do it and perform at the pep rally for the kids. And I was like, yeah, I could do it. I told her, I was nervous. I never performed at a school pep rally in front of the kids or whatever. She's like, no, don't be nervous. You could do it. So I'm like, all right, so I made a beat and I was like, let me come up with something for the kids, So I thought it was like a pop type of style beat, and the theme was Rock the Star. So I was like, I'm gonna just name it Rock the Star. And after I made the beat, it all just came to me. Something motivational for them, something that they can play, listen to anywhere. And that's just how I wish. She asked me to do it. I did it, and it was worth it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's tight. I think that's really good. Congratulations on that song, because I think that's something that the kids need right now, especially the STAR test. I see them stressing out, so they're like, I have to wake up early for the STAR test, So I think the words that you use to like help motivate them in preparation for that, I think that will help them a lot. And I did see that video; the kids were rocking to it, so that
was a great time. They made me feel like a superstar. And I feel like if we can make music for everything else, and if you call yourself an artist, you should be able to make something for the kids as well. I don't think it's any harm in that. Anything for the kids, like I'm down for sure. Because I wish I had somebody come to my school and make a song for the STAR test, or we had the tax test then. But I would have liked that as a kid as well to motivate me. Somebody that can show that music can be more broad than what's being consumed by most people.
Right.
And
most
that's
definitely.
Time, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said, you know that he did that in the past with the test. He did that. He made a video, dropped a music video for the kids.
Yeah, it's on
years
YouTube,
ago.
y'all.
So
okay.
Yeah, so Zella already knew he was about that, so she just like, hey, do it for my kids again. So he looked out.
Okay, that's what's up. Make sure y'all check out both of them. Is the other one still? What's the other one's name?
It's a Look Alive remix. It's
Look Alive. Okay.
It's called Star. It's just called Star. STAAR. That's videos on my YouTube channel as well.
Okay, y'all make sure y'all check that out. Check out both of those. And on the Rep My Block show, we typically talk about what's been trending in urban entertainment over the past week or so. I know Grandmastar Bass Monstar wanted to bring up a couple topics here. See what y'all think on them.
Let's do it.
Oh, you're muted, Grandmastar Bass Monstar.
All right, there we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was going to ask this question for everybody. What's your mindset like in the booth? Is it more therapy or more like war zone?
Sorry, the audio is a little distorted.
I said...
You're kind of staticky there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but...
Can you hear me now? Is it clear? Still bouncing back and forth.
I did hear the question. I could ask it for him while you work on the audio there. But he was asking about like, what's your mindset like in the studio? What's your preparation for whenever you go to the studio to make new music?
For me, it really depends on what I'm dealing with, but more so how the beat makes me feel. So, however the beat makes me feel, I'm gonna attack it that way. Unless I'm going through something specific that I want to get off my chest, I'll tackle that. But I'll listen to a beat and capture whatever vibe that is giving me, and I'll attack it that way.
Yeah, I feel like the vibe, it varies. So sometimes you're in the studio right then and there, and you write something real quick, and you go in there and you lay it down. But as far as like preparation, it's better to have everything rehearsed so everything goes smoother. That's the better way to do things.
I am learning that now, actually. I used to be a microwave type person. I kind of wanted to do it. I'm like, this hit is going to be a hit. Let me go ahead and drop it. But I had to learn that it don't always come out how I, heard it in my head. So, again, the practice and, taking my time with it is most definitely where I'm going now. But I do like to just drop. I do. I like to just go with the flow and drop it. Let's make a song about it.
Sometimes it's better like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the song comes out better when you just get in there and drop it.
Yep.
I agree. I agree with that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's always curious to see how artists, different artists have different ways of preparing for new music and stuff. So it's good to know that. Um, but about what's been trending the past week, I want to ask y'all about these. Have y'all seen the Mount Rushmores that have been trending for R&B and hip hop?
Yeah, I've seen a few of them.
Okay. Okay, the one in particular that I want to ask y'all about is the one, it was the hip hop one. It had actually the R&B one. Let's talk, because that one tripped me out a little bit. Okay, that one had Michael Jackson, Usher.
Oh, I've seen that. I know
What was it? Michael Jackson, Usher. Sorry, I'm trying. Oh, here it is, right here. Yeah, Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, Usher, and R. Kelly. Do y'all agree with who was placed on those?
I do.
Yes.
In a way, but I believe Michael Jackson was more of a pop star, not specifically R&B. That's just how I've seen it and how I view his music is more. Because if you go in because Chris Brown can kind of be that as well, but he does have more R&B vibe. And you said Usher and R. Kelly. It is more of an R&B, because they're all dope. I don't have any specific issue with it. I just see Michael Jackson more of he'll be at the top of pop for sure.
Yeah, he's the king of pop.
King of pop.
But one thing I would say is, that's a hard list to argue with. But you gotta throw Mariah and Whitney in there. There's no way you can't have Mariah and Whitney in there. That's ridiculous.
I agree with the list, of course, especially with the males. All of them are great artists, songwriters, and they do give me the same type of vibe, like pop, R&B. So I would agree with it, honestly.
What do you think about it?
Oh, me? Well, I think that I was kind of disappointed when I saw it, actually, and I was real bothered by Usher being. He was like peekaboo, he's in between them. I was like, who made this? I was kind of bothered by that. But overall, you said what?
You don't think Usher supposed to be up there?
Oh no, I was happy with who was okay. I was happy with Usher, Chris Brown. I don't like R. Kelly no more just because of what he did. But
I know, but he made great music though.
He does.
He didn't wrote a lot of hits. I mean, I ain't taking away from his offense now, but I can't take away from that music.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think it was a hard one because and let's go ahead and show everybody what we're talking about here. But this is the Mount Rushmore that we're talking about, y'all. And
Chris Brown was like Devin Haney.
I feel like everybody does have their place on somebody's Mount Rushmore for sure.
I don't like the way Usher is squeezed in between them like that. I don't like that.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have been he should have put R. Kelly right there.
Yeah, and then I feel like James Brown. Somebody mentioned James Brown the other day. I was like, yeah, James Brown would have been a good candidate to be on there too. But yeah, no ladies were on there, so I think I was more disappointed when I saw that no ladies were on there. At least one, one lady, one female on there. But
that's right, because we got some blowers. Whitney Houston and Mariah is definitely one of the top artists.
Yeah, so that's my only quirk, about it. Grandmastar Bass Monstar, what about you? What'd you think?
I pretty much agree with it. The same thing. It is pretty disappointing though not to see any women up there. When you think about it, especially, that is the first thing you notice. I guess if we had to get rid of one guy and put one lady up, I'd say R. Kelly, drop him and put Missy Elliott up there.
You said Missy Elliott?
Yes, she's a great songwriter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for songwriting, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah. She's real good. I like her. Okay. But yeah,
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Definitely.
And Erykah Badu too. Erykah Badu go hard too.
I was gonna say that, but then you gotta get rid of. They might as well just. All right, so two people gotta go: R. Kelly and Who's that? Chris Brown. Chris Brown gotta go, bro. Go sit your
No,
young butt down. Go
no,
sit down, Chris Brown.
no.
No,
What's wrong with y'all?
Put
He been
Lauren
doing this
you
Hill or
crazy.
Erykah
You
Badu
crazy.
in his
no.
top.
You gonna put
Put Lauren
Y'all,
Hill
gonna
or
put
Erykah
Sade
Badu
y'all
in
trying
that
to
top.
y'all trying to get rid of the ones with the offenses. I see what y'all
Chris
doing.
Brown
How
ain't got
about
Usher.
Right.
Nah, he ain't even got nothing to do with that. I ain't even going there.
I'm just,
I ain't even going there.
you know,
Oh man.
the music.
Yeah, Chris Brown cold, but he ain't got Usher. He ain't got Usher.
You
He
know
ain't got.
what?
He ain't got.
Nah,
he could
yeah.
dance? He could dance
You don't
He
good.
can
get
do it
Chris
all.
Brown without Usher.
Song-wise,
And he's been trending all these years since he was 15. All these years,
That's
like
good.
to keep the momentum. Like
that's
yes,
good, but
True.
yes, like stop sleeping on him.
He
Come
ain't,
on
he
now.
ain't got Usher.
Chris Brown hits, Usher hits. Come on now.
I think he probably got a little bit more than
No.
Usher.
Usher's older than Chris Brown, and he's been trending all of these years
Nah,
since he was a teenager.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Usher. Well, you don't get Chris Brown without getting Usher.
I
You
like
gotta keep
you
both
don't.
of
Yeah,
them.
you gotta go through Usher to get Chris
You
Brown.
gotta go through Usher.
generation wise, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Paying
Yeah.
respect for yes, you do, yes.
We gotta keep. Yeah, you gotta definitely keep both of them. But I know Grandmaster
But to
Bass
make it
Monstar had some.
50-50, gender wise, that's why we'll have to chop. We gotta chop somebody. So chop, them two and put in Missy Elliott and Lauryn Hill or Erykah Badu. That's a hard one to choose, though.
I would say we would have to do the generations then. It would be
Yeah, I agree.
Lauryn Hill, it would be Erykah Badu or Missy Elliott. Then it could be what his name is? Usher. And what's called, because they was around the same generations now.
The problem is that when you talk about R&B artists, it's not like hip hop. It's not like MC. Like writing doesn't really hold as much weight.
Yeah, that's another thing.
So when you think about R&B, it's kind of Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey are probably the greatest voices in history.
Of all time, yeah.
Like
Right.
singing
Yeah.
wise, like they're probably the greatest singers ever.
And Alicia Keys can blow too,
They
though.
can't sing like
Come
Mariah
on
and
now.
Whitney now.
Yeah, Alicia Keys
I
is
like
dope,
Alicia
but
Keys.
Alicia Keys though.
That's another generation one right there.
Yeah, I agree with.
That's another, you know.
Yeah, I agree with Lady120 because I think a generational. It would have to be because there's just so many artists.
It is.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But I know Grandmaster Bass Monstar had some you had the you have some particular trending items I know you wanted to mention.
Well, as we go into that, since we was just talking about influences, I just wanted to know what the top 3 influences are from each of y'all that y'all feel like shaped your sound or shaped your taste. From your era, from when you were listening to music, what 3 artists gave you the greatest influence?
I would say for me, I love Lauryn Hill. I used to listen to her a lot. Well, my mom did, so I ain't had no choice. So I love Lauryn Hill. I love the fact that she's real. One thing I do try to do on my in my lyrics is try to be as authentic, real as I can be. That way, my fans or people who vibing with me can get to know me. Another artist that I look up to. Said 3. I like kind of like trap R&B ish or whatever. So I like K Count.
He's hard.
I like K Count. I know he be being rude, y'all, in most of his songs.
He's hard.
But it sounds good, and I like music that's catchy, like something that's chantable. If I can like repeat it, I love chantable music. So I would most definitely say K Count. I like K Count. And his like hood style with it. I love that. Lauryn Hill because she real, of course. And then me, my favorite y'all is gonna have to be like old school music, like Sam Cooke type. And the reason being, like, that's when I start liking music. Like from listening to my grandma and them at these little fish fries and cookout and stuff. Like I grew up off of the oldies music, Temptation type stuff. So I do love the old school.
I think you picked some really good ones there. I like those.
What about you, Tyni?
top 3 influences.
What about you, Tyni?
I would say Chameleonaire, number one. I feel like he brought something different to the game from Texas. To me at the time, there were some dope Texas artists, but Chameleonaire was just more. His lyrics are more complex, more lyrical, more punchlines in there. So he brought something different to the table for me, and he was one of my favorite artists growing up. So I would say Chameleonaire. I would also say Tech Nine. I started listening to a lot of Tech Nine when I was like 14, 15. And he showed me a whole different world of hip hop, and he's definitely one of my influences as well. And for the third one, as far as influences, I would say Bone Thugs and Harmony as well. I listened to them a lot when I was a little kid. It's a lot of them that I was influenced by a lot, but I would say those are my top three for sure.
That's dope.
Like,
Dope. It's the
Off the
first of
top,
them.
that would be those.
Yeah.
Brandon,
what about you, bro?
Yeah. This is gonna be hard for me.
It's hard.
I listen to so much music. I grew up on a lot of oldies like Lady. I listened to a lot of the Manhattans, Earth, Wind and Fire, Michael Jackson with the Jackson 5. That's what I grew up on a lot. My dad used to play oldies all the time, but of course I was influenced by Texas rap, Pimp C. You know what I mean? Zero, Trey, everybody. So if I had to take the Texas side of me, I would say Pimp C. And I was also influenced by R&B a lot and pop. So I gotta put Michael Jackson, and then like from hip hop, from a mainstream aspect, Nas.
Okay.
No doubt, man. Some really dope references there, bro. Some really dope references. Another question I had was, who you riding with in the whole Drake Kendrick beef series? Team Kendrick or Team Drake?
Oh no,
this question separates households, so I hope I don't start.
No, that's easy right there. Y'all know it's K Dot.
Yeah, I like K Dot too.
I like Drake too. Drake is dope. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
When you go and you say like, oh, when you're siding, because that's what it comes down to, right? Who you siding with? Of course I'm gonna go with Kendrick.
Yeah.
Overall, I like Drake I like his music as well. Though Drake, I can't take nothing away from Drake. Drake got some hits. He came in the game killing it. He's still doing his thing. So Drake is dope, but overall, Kendrick for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gonna roll with Dot.
I like Kendrick for sure because of his lyrics and how real he is, but I like the singing Drake. So I mess with both.
Well, it's kind of biased.
Drake.
It's kind of biased to ask us.
Right.
Well, the reason why I say that is because we're real MCs. Drake can always go down as a top 10 artist. He can never be a top 10 MC.
No.
It's just like Whitney, Michael Jackson. They're gonna go down as top 5, top 10 artists of all time, but they're not rappers. They'll never be a top 10 rapper list.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And he kind of started steering, in that direction when you started hearing references.
That's why there's no competition.
So you can't, if we're talking about a rap off, or we're talking about rappers, K Dot got Drake all day.
Yes.
But if we're talking about artists, Drake probably got Dot for sure.
Yeah.
With the singing.
All right, 3 for 3 though.
That's
3
fair.
for 3. What if Kendrick ends up dropping a?
You go for Drake.
I'm Team Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Somebody's
okay.
Gotta be. We can't.
What if he didn't? What if he didn't write his raps? What if he didn't write his diss to K Dot? What if he found that out? Would it count?
Oh, you want to talk about who wrote what? Oh, we don't want to talk about that because we saw who wrote Kendrick's, and there was like 8 people on Kendrick's, and Drake was the only name on his.
No, that's different.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the diss tracks.
Let me tell you why that's different. Because when you're an artist, you understand that producers get writer credits for making the beat. So
for sure.
when you register a song with BMI, If I buy a beat from a producer and it's a split, he gets writer credits and he never wrote anything. So that
Right.
yeah, so that doesn't count. If they ever come out with references on Kendrick, then the same thing applies to him.
Right. Okay. But yeah, I mean, as far as the beef, the disses, Kendrick, of course, because his lyrical skills are out of this world, so yeah. But I mean, I like both of them though.
And his lyrical skills are not the only ones that are out of this world. We also got Lil Wayne up there on Mars. He's a Martian, and he wants to claim that he didn't even know y'all was beefing. That's what he's saying, Kendrick. And Drake, he's like, I didn't even realize they was beefing. So what do y'all think about that? Y'all think it's cap? Y'all think Lil Wayne capping?
I think he does. I think he does his part with staying out of people's business, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. I wouldn't know what they talking about either.
And it could all be for publicity. A lot of time it is for publicity, but we won't know because again, we not in their shoes or whatever. But a lot of stuff is for the streams, for the clickbait. So, like he said, I didn't even know they was beefing. They probably be cool for it.
Yeah, he probably slept through the whole beef off that.
Yeah, we could have.
Yeah.
Right.
On off that lean, slept through the whole beef.
He funny.
It would be awesome to hear Lil Wayne fire shots back though, because Kendrick was obviously talking about him and not like us when he said, if I have my hard work, let Lil Wayne down, right? Obviously talking about you, bro. Whether you heard it or not, you was rapping the chorus, so you rapping the chorus mean you listen to the song. So it would be cool to hear.
He heard it.
Oh no, yeah. He said that on Whacked Out Murals.
But that was all because of the Super Bowl though. That was just some dry hate stuff on the Super Bowl. I didn't even know where that came from about who's gonna perform in New Orleans. Like it never mattered all these years. It never mattered. Now it matters.
Now all of a sudden it matters.
Yeah, that was crazy too.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing's just crazy that it's taking over everything. So now it's like anything one of them puts out, somebody's gonna mention the other one. It's just I'm like, I wish it would just calm down. So I'm like, come on, let's move on. But yeah,
it's marketing, guys. That's what it is.
For sure.
Just
because I mean that Gatorade commercial that Kendrick and they're still throwing shots though. They're like subtle shots because you got Kendrick using the same director. For his video that Drake used for God's Plan and those other videos, subtle shots.
I think the team most definitely do all that on purpose. Again, I think it's on purpose. I think they're gonna try to keep it going as far as they can keep it going, so we can pay attention to it. So it's just really how we looking at stuff. Like if we looking at it, I know they're just doing a marketing scheme. Then
right.
Pay so much, but everybody else, everybody wants to see drama on the internet anyway. So.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Did anyone tap into Coachella this weekend? Coachella was this last weekend. It was fire. Lots of awesome artists going on stage, including my favorite Missy Elliott.
No, I
Missy's fire, man. Missy's fire.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Coachella was fire. Period, for sure.
One day, I want to go. One day.
Tours. Speaking of tours, we got Chris Brown. I mean, not Chris Brown going on tour. Is he going on tour? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
He did announce some new tour dates, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And we got Ice Cube. Ice Cube is also going on tour. I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty hyped about the Ice Cube tour. What y'all think about that?
I don't even know.
Legend.
I like Ice Cube. Yeah,
Ice Cube is a legend. No lesser word. Talk about a writer, am I right?
Yeah.
This guy's a movie writer and a rap writer.
Yeah, he thought outside the box. I really like him.
Yeah. Ice
Cube. Yeah. He's doing some everything.
What was that? Do that? Do y'all ever write anything else besides hip hop? Like you write some skits or anything like that?
You asking Tyni, do he write skits? The line was breaking.
I'm just asking if y'all write anything else besides because we were talking about Ice Cube, and he's he's a multi-talented writer. So I'm just wondering if y'all use your talent in another way like that.
Yeah, do poetry, spoken words. That's always fun to do. Spoken words
That's
is
dope.
pretty dope. But not other than spoken words, and then of course doing my lyrics. I mean, we are entrepreneurs over here. We all do multiple things, so I would say we multifaceted.
Right.
So I want to ask y'all, as far
Um,
as where people can find you, because when artists come on the show, we always like to ask them where you can actually find your music and stuff like that. If you could let them know where to find y'all on the platforms and also on your socials.
For me, everything is Tyni Toon KBS. My Instagram is IM_Mr. KBS, but if you type in Tyni Toon KBS, you'll find me. Also at tinytoonkbs.com.
Yeah, everybody can find me on Facebook under Lady120, and then
Okay.
of course on Instagram it's Lady_120. My music is on all platforms. I don't have any videos just of yet, but we're also on like YouTube and such as well. And then my website is lady-120.com.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you can find me Brandon KBS Main. On Instagram at Brandon_KBS_Main. I'm gonna post more music under Brandon KBS, but if you want to go listen to the music that I've been making for 10 years, then it's Future Relic.
Okay,
Future
that's what's
Relic.
up. And what are you
Okay,
what's your timeline as far as like moving the Future Relic tracks over to your Brandon KBS name?
So I am I'm gonna tie them together pretty soon. Um, I thought I already did it, honestly, but I guess I didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna tie everything together soon, and I'm just trying. I guess I'm trying to figure out a way to not take away from my past, because Future Relic was part of my career, so I don't want to erase that. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So maybe like
Yeah.
SoundCloud or something might keep that name over like tracks over there under
Yeah,
that name. Okay.
yeah, so everything from that point on, just be like, that now everything from here on out will be just KBS Main. But I don't know what I got to do. Maybe I got to go back into my Spotify and figure out why the Future Relic's not tying to my Brandon KBS May account.
Oh, okay. It might be. I'm just like me personally. I'm just asking because I know that the kind of I actually saw some of the tracks early on, but it might be so. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what's up. Well, we really appreciate y'all coming on the show today. It's been a pleasure to have you
I have one
guys.
more question.
Oh, you have one more question? Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Honestly, I had two more questions, but I'm
My
gonna
bad.
leave it to one more question. Unless one of y'all want to take one question each, but I'm gonna ask real quick. Outside of music, we've been talking about music the whole time, of course. What's one thing that inspires your art the most? Like it could be pain, love, family. Like what's one thing that inspires your art the most outside of the music? One of you
Life.
can answer, all three of you. It's up to y'all.
I would say for me, it's gonna be life experience. Right now, life is good, guys, but life be lifing, and that's pretty much what we get. That's where I get my motivation of the right from. Something I want, where I want to manifest it into existing, or something I'm going through. Again, I told you I'm real good about them spoken words, so I would say life. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's music.
Yeah.
Like listening to different things. I'm always pushing myself. I'm trying different things all the time. So if I hear something and it inspires me, it don't matter what it is. It could be Bruno Mars. It could be what I'm saying, Future. That like if I feel like I want to do something, I just do it musically.
And I would say just life experiences, the past, emotions, especially emotions. Be very emotional. My music to a certain extent. So yeah, definitely emotions.
Okay.
I've been looking at
Go,
I've been
go.
looking at my artist as my what is it called?
Alter ego.
Alter ego. Yeah. Lady is most definitely
Mm,
who I like, so I would say she's most definitely like an alter ego, something that's that manifesting part. So yeah.
mm. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. Well, thank y'all. I mean, I just wanted to ask that one more question before we let y'all go. You know,
I appreciate
it's
y'all
been
having.
such an incredible show.
Thank y'all.
Thank
Yes.
y'all.
Thank you. We will definitely stay in touch, and on all your projects, everything y'all got going on, just let us know, tag us, or what I'm saying, just let us know. But really
Yeah.
appreciate you, and hope you have a great Easter and a
Y'all as
happy
well.
rest of the weekend as well.
Thank,
Thank you.
Thank
thanks for
Enjoy the
y'all.
having us. I
weekend, y'all.
appreciate
Peace.
it.
Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
Thank y'all.
Bye.
Here's one more time.
Yes, another clap, another
All right.
clap. Yeah.
And,
Ain't that thank y'all for I mean that was really good interview. I really it was good to pick the brains a little bit about some of those topics and find out
yeah, that
their
was a good way to
background,
do
like
that. Yeah.
when they did, their background of how they do music and stuff. It's always cool to
Yeah.
know more about artists. It just
Yeah. Yeah.
'cause
And
when they
I
put
like
out
this
new
show.
music,
I
yeah, it gives us more
I
perspective
constantly
on.
keep being introduced to new Texas people that I haven't heard of before. So it's like
Okay,
awesome.
yeah, for sure. I know we did. We touched base. We're not going to cover everything. I do want to bring up a couple of other trending items that we didn't talk about with them while they were on. But one of them, it was mainly a congratulations, and I need to get my notes out. It was a congratulations to Nicki Minaj because
Oh,
she
for
was
the Billboard
yeah, she was just crowned Billboard's best female rapper of all time.
female rapper
And
of all
so
time. Yeah.
she beat out everybody, you know what I'm saying? So we got to give her
Yeah.
props. Congratulations to Nicki Minaj on that. And
I meant to ask them about that too. See what they
oh,
thought, especially to
yeah,
hear Lady 120's opinion.
right, right. But I mean, I feel like Nicki, one thing that people don't realize about her, like if you go back and look at her, the freestyles from when she
Yeah.
first started, like she
Mm-hmm.
has really, really put in the work. And I think she's not
Yeah,
getting as
seriously.
enough props right now because she is just, because she's more low key, she's in this era of her life and her career, she's already done so much to where she's like, I don't have to do those things that some of the newer artists are doing. But at the time when she was like super, super hot, I mean, she's real hot already, of course, still. But I'm just saying, these newer artists, they're coming out with social media behind them, and so the the spotlight is easier, shined on them. But I really want to give major props to Nicki Minaj because she was like, on like literally on the streets doing this stuff, having to do this
Yeah,
stuff. It
yeah.
wasn't even a choice.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
Yeah,
like,
Nikki goes way back, man.
I feel like
No,
we're on
because
the
you
porch. We're on
nailing
a
you're putting the nail in the coffin because like you right, like she's been doing it since mixtape days. She
right.
deserves the props, and she cold with it. She ain't like a normal female rapper. She got her characters. She's got something everybody can enjoy.
Right. Yeah, she
Uh,
definitely does. And
got a style that is iconic as heck. Women have been following her, trending her style for ages. She's
exactly.
and she's a fire lyricist too. Like her bars make sense. Like she's not just poppy or gimmicky or something like that. No, she actually got heat for you. So
Exactly. Right.
now,
And
does she
then
deserve to be on the Mount Rushmore?
oh, the hip hop we gotta make sure we categorize the genres. Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
hip hop.
The female hip hop Mount Rushmore, the Mount Rushmore
Okay,
overall. That one's hard to say, you know, but she definitely has a place on
Overall artist.
overall. Oh yeah, she definitely has a place on overall artist Mount Rushmore for sure. I think so. But let's go back to Drake real quick. We touched base on him a little bit, but I do want to mention because he made an announcement this past week, and one of his announcements was that he's working on his new album. I already knew this, but
Oh yeah,
he actually just publicized it, and this was during his Kick live stream with Aiden Ross. So we want y'all to make sure y'all on the lookout whenever he does drop it.
for Drake's new
I feel
album.
like it's going to be a surprise. I don't think he's going to really put a date on it, honestly. But he might. We'll see how he's feeling. But I didn't know about that because he actually mentioned it some months ago. A lot of people weren't really paying attention, but he officially announced it this past week. So shout out to him for that. Oh, you know we gotta talk about Ye. We
Drake.
gotta talk about Ye.
I was gonna ask them about Ye too. I forgot. I was gonna ask
It's
them if they
okay.
saw what Ye did with the Ku Klux with the KKK outfit.
Yeah. Ugh.
Uh,
The sight.
he
The sight of
basically
that.
said that Kris Jenner had sent him and Ray J a contract to shoot part two of the Triple X
Of that
tape.
tape. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, when he goes on his Twitter rants, X, aka Twitter rants, I really feel like wanting to, he's going through something emotionally, definitely when he does that. And I think that his mind is on a certain topic. Mind you, it switches a lot between different topics. But I think when he does things like that, especially that one right there, that particular tweet, I think he had something on his mind. He must have had Kim on his mind, and he's like, "Man, I don't like how that situation ended. Let me say something to get back at the family." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I kind of felt like
yeah.
that was that type of post. And
Mm.
but if that is
He's
true,
definitely going through something.
right? I mean, if that is true, then I'm like, I don't know. That's kind of weird for the mom because that's her mom. But
Yeah,
you know, I don't
he
like to
said he
speculate
caught
too
his
much. I
mom
like to stick to the
potentate.
facts. So yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he said a lot of stuff, and you know, it's all one sided. So we don't know if all the stuff he posts on there is actually true or not. But we know that that's definitely his perspective. Like, it's true according to him what he thinks. So definitely wanted to mention that to y'all because if you don't follow him over on X, you might want to, especially if you're a Kanye fan, because he's really not active on his Facebook and Instagram anymore as much. And if he is, then it's more so somebody else, running that page for him. But
mm.
another thing that he said this week, and I even hate to bring this up because his mom passed away, but just as a FYI to y'all, because we're letting y'all know what's been trending, he had said he made a post on there also about his mom basically dating his babysitter when he was younger.
Oh, yeah, I
And I
heard
was,
about that.
yeah. And I'm like, why are you speaking about your mom? She passed away. Like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily negative, but it's just like a reflection. But it's like, why are you reflecting on that? Of all things you can reflect on, of
Right.
your deceased mom, why are you mentioning that to the world? Like, nobody knew that. And so why are you telling us that? I felt uncomfortable when I saw that. I was like, why? So,
Like dislike,
right. That
thumbs
wasn't
down.
cool. I didn't like that one.
Hit the
But
thumbs down button. Somebody check on Ye. Check on your famous friend, yo.
yeah, check on Ye. Real quick, I want to go
Hashtag
to
check on Ye. That's gonna
some
be
new
trending next
releases. Yeah, it will.
on Twitter.
Before we end, I do want to
Check
mention a
on
couple of.
Kodak Black too.
Oh, always him. But before we end the show today, because we don't have time to go over everything we had today, we'll carry some over to next week. But Carrie Hilson, she had a major drop this week that I did definitely want to mention today. And her album, she hasn't released any music in like the past 15 years. She did just drop an album, and it's called "We Need to Talk:
We need to
Love."
talk with love.
Yeah, we need to talk love. So and that's a correction from last week because I did say Me Versus Me, but that was her her series was called Me Versus Me. So I do want to
Oh, the
correct myself
show is
from last.
called Me Versus Me.
Yeah, it's just a mini, mini series that she put out right leading up to the album release.
Mm.
So, but this album is it's a really nice album, y'all. If you're into R&B, like this is the traditional R&B. If you're into that, which many are, I think you definitely should listen to this album. So I
For
want to
the
get from her
singles,
part. You said what for the singles? What?
for the singles that we got coming out this week, or did you want to go over those? I was just
Well,
gonna
no,
say them.
I was just gonna say some of the main ones, but yeah, you can go ahead and tell. We don't have images for the singles, but you can go ahead and verbally
Oh, okay.
speak on those.
Well, we got my homeboy Jid up in his B with that boy WRK Work. Go check that out. Then we got Yeet. Am I saying that right? Yeet.
Yeah, yeet.
The Bell is the name of the track. Just dropped that single. Go check it out. We got Tommy Richmond and Sexy Red collaborating on a dope track called Acting Up with Sexy Red. Go check that out. And that's
Yes,
it on the
yes.
singles for y'all this week, man. Sounds like some fire.
Most definitely. And again, y'all, that's the condensed version. We have some other things that we didn't get to because the show
Yeah, we're just
was
giving
kind of
y'all
extended
a
today.
quick
We had so much fun with our special guests. I was so happy to see all of them. I was like, yes, all the KBS records in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Again, shout
That's
out to
awesome.
KBS records. Yes, it is.
Sirens.
Right. You gotta find. You know what? I think you mentioned siren before. We gotta find this. We gotta find a siren and put it in here. That the bullhorn siren, I
Can
think.
you put
The one I
some
don't like
on
on.
the
Yeah, the one
app?
that I don't like on music, but I like it otherwise, like outside of music.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all. What are your plans for Easter? You got any special plans for Easter?
Yo, for Easter, I'm just gonna resurrect some. I don't know. That was it.
Ah,
That joke went right out the window.
yeah.
Nah, it's some
That's
stuff
okay.
going down in my neighborhood. I'm gonna hang out there, and there's a dance battle going down tonight, so I'm gonna go do that. And I might
Yeah.
read my Bible. And that's about
Okay.
it.
Okay. That's
You
what's
know.
up. Well,
How
y'all.
about you? What
This
are your Easter?
well, I mean, unfortunately, got my son. He's actually in the hospital right now with pneumonia. So got some family out there
Godspeed.
at the hospital with him right now. That allowed me to be able to do the show today. But I will be
Yeah.
heading back to the hospital right after the show. Go check on my baby. So I will be spending my Easter at the hospital with my baby. But yeah, it'll
Well,
we're
speedy
gonna be spending it all
recovery,
together.
kiddo.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. But we will definitely be eating. So I'm always happy about the food, but it's not about the food. I'm just a food person. So
About the
sorry.
company.
God knows how KeyIce is. So
It's
God
about the
knows I love
company.
Jesus. I love God. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect there
Yeah.
at all. But we're just talking about what we're gonna do. And I'm like, I'm going to eat. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But appreciate y'all so much for tuning in to the Rep My Back Show. Make sure y'all follow the page or channel if you're on YouTube. Click
Yes,
notifications
yes.
because the way they're messing with these
Yes, yes.
algorithms, it's not playing. They're making sure that followers don't see stuff. So you have to click notifications so that you see when we go live. You know what I'm saying? But we do appreciate you for joining us today. Thank you for
Yes,
everybody
yes.
that was in the comments commenting. We really appreciate y'all. Much love
Yes, yes.
and
One.
peace.